Hi, welcome to PrimeTime Pickleball, and in this video we're fortunate to have Riley Newman, one of the top players in the world, and today he's going to share with us some pickleball tips. Let's jump right in.
Missing one of our videos is like missing an easy put-away. Don't let that be you. Subscribe now.
Now we're moving on back to the baseline. Third shot drops into the kitchen. Here we go. So a couple of key things as I'm hitting. I'm staying low through contact, and I'm also turning sideways. When I turn sideways, it engages my body into the shot. And I hit a topspin third shot drop because it gives me more margin. My weight is always going forward with the third shot. Staying nice and low through contact. And again, similar at the kitchen line, we're still going to be focused on the top hand.
The arc of the two-handed backhand topspin drop is rather high as compared to what a slice or a drop with little to no spin would be. Riley gets away with this higher arc because shots with topspin on them like these descend faster than shots with any other type of spin. The topspin helps your shots dive down into the kitchen, which is exactly what you want. Furthermore, after the bounce, they kick forward towards your opponent, rather than bounce high and just kind of sit there like a more classic type of drop might. Therefore, they are far less likely to leave you exposed to an attack after the bounce and can't necessarily be reached with a volley due to the accelerated descent of the ball. We do see topspin drops in pickleball, but they were originally used almost exclusively on the forehand side. That is changing, as we are starting to see more two-handed players come into the game. Most players that have the skill to execute a topspin drop on the forehand also traditionally have a one-handed backhand. That has just been the nature of pickleball. The backhand is traditionally hit using one hand. Though it's possible to execute a topspin drop with a one-handed backhand, it's rather difficult. The mechanics of having that second hand on there changes things. The contact point on the two-handed backhand can be further back than a one-handed backhand since your back arm is involved. You therefore have a bit more time to get set for the shot. The ability to have a later contact, particularly on shots when you are neutralizing or defending, as you will usually be on drops, is convenient. On a two-handed shot, a right-handed player will have their right hand on the bottom and their left hand on top. The right hand is there mostly for stability and support. The left hand is the lead hand, and that hand has the palm facing forward, which makes it easier to roll than a one-handed backhand where you only have one hand on the paddle and you are leading with the knuckles. It has similar attributes to a left-handed forehand roll when you have that left hand on there, which is what makes it achievable to have a more stable roll on the backhand side. The low to high motion needed for the topspin roll is easier to achieve when there's a hand on the paddle with the palm facing forward, like there is on a two-handed backhand. And as we said, that hand is leading. Notice also that in addition to getting low, Riley has a very compact backswing. This is key on all soft shots in general, and extremely important on a topspin drop because you really need to get under it and go more up than forward. Notice how he sets the paddle down right beside him. He hardly goes back at all. Many players are taking far too big of a backswing in general on all their shots. This can spell trouble, particularly on soft shots. If you have the skill to hit topspin drops, then you should definitely use them, and if you don't, it's worth learning. Topspin drops have the unique characteristic of not only allowing you to have time to advance to the net, but in addition to preventing your opponents from attacking you, they may even have you in a situation where you have the upper hand when you get up to the line, because that spin may have really pressed your opponent. Maybe they didn't time it well and didn't hit as good of a shot as they had hoped. The chances of this happening increase dramatically due to the forward kick we mentioned earlier. That can be really hard to time correctly and can lead to a poor shot from your opponents.
Have fun with the two-handed backhand.
Thanks, Riley, for sharing these great tips with us. If you want to get in touch with Riley, please check the description below for his details. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like.
Thanks so much for watching. For more free video lessons, please visit primetimepickleball.com. But before you head on over there, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Also, for PrimeTime Pickleball shirts like this and other great apparel, please visit ptpgear.com.